Hello everyone and welcome to the second episode of Road to 1000 PHS. I made a lot of progression this week, so let's get right into it. We're starting this episode with 14 PHS of power and 26 RLT. Since the last episode, I sold the epic fan I got from the case, as well as a miner called Boiler Watch. On the first day, I completed 6 tasks, including Task Wall, where I earned 0.56 RLT. After that, I played some games to finish the remaining tasks. I also completed an achievement and received 5 batteries, which I sold for around 0.5 RLT. With that, I bought a chestnut miner, which I think was a really good deal. I also bought a rack to place it on. At the time, I thought these were the best racks available, but later in the video I realized there are actually better options on the marketplace. Once I placed all my strongest miners, my power increased to 20 PHS. There was also a competition going on, and I finished in 40th place. I collected some season pass rewards and that wrapped up the first day. On the next day, I again completed 6 quests. First, I played some games. This one is actually my favorite, even though it takes a long time to finish it. Because of all the bonus power I gained from playing games, I got promoted to the next league. One of the tasks required merging 30 items, so I bought parts from the marketplace and merged those. After that, I opened a few loot cases, but unfortunately I didn't get anything good and was honestly pretty frustrated. On day 3, I opened the Frostforged loot box and got the worst miner possible. My luck didn't improve with the next loot boxes either, as I kept getting the worst rewards. Just like the other days, I completed 5 tasks. However, while playing one of the games, I got really lucky and earned 1 RLT as a reward. At this point, I was on track to complete all of the weekly challenges. Day 4 was another grind. I completed 5 more tasks and opened a parts case, where I once again got the worst possible reward. I did complete an achievement though and received 50 RST. Wanting to increase my power, I started buying new miners. First, I bought the golden RC train with 570 GHS of power, then I bought a stronger but more expensive miner called Icy South. The third miner I picked up was a Crypto Concertina, followed by Fast Holiday with almost 1 PHS of power. I also bought Hamtube, Camouflage and an uncommon golden RC train with 1.5 PHS of power. After that, I bought 3 racks to place all the miners. In my opinion, these racks are the best for the price. They cost almost the same as a normal rack but give you an additional 2% bonus power. Once everything was placed, my power jumped to 38 PHS of power. I also merged the Night Courier for even more power. The next day I completed 5 more tasks, bringing me closer to finishing the 30 tasks needed for the weekly challenge. I opened 2 parts cases and for once didn't get the worst reward. To test my luck, I opened another case and got 0.1 RLT, which is a decent reward. Unfortunately, my luck didn't last long, as I then claimed the 2 worst rewards possible, including a 0.5 PHS of power for just 1 week. Things got even worse when I opened the most important case and once again received the worst miner. On the final day, I completed another achievement and earned 0.5 RLT. I also finished 5 tasks and completed the weekly quests, which rewarded me with 600 RST and 200 XP for the season pass. After that, I switched my mining power from RLT to Polygon, which is a real cryptocurrency currently worth around 15 cents per coin. Later on, I merged the Hitline core and got a pretty powerful miner, and I also merged the Coin Whisper. I then opened a small task wall case and got 2 rare wires, which I sold for just under 3 RLT. Unfortunately, my luck didn't hold, and when I opened the RST case, I got the second worst miner again. I bought 1 final rack to place all my miners and ended this week with almost 50 PHS of power. That's a massive increase compared to the start of the week where I only had 15 PHS of power. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to like and subscribe, and if you have any question, let me know in the comments.